Hi friend, thank you for joining me on this frosty December day. This week I've experienced just a tiny bit of what can be called winter wonderland, as the fluffy hoarfrost settled in for a few days, covering the green grass and auburn oaks in pretty shiny white. Apparently there was lots of snow just 2 hours up north from where I live, and as pretty as it is though, we here in England are absolutely unprepared for it. Everything stops when it snows. Life is being put on pause. As I looked at photos of friends or acquaintances here in England and around the world sharing their snowy adventures, I longed for a fairy tale of my own, which I had no choice but purposefully create for myself in these days leading up to Christmas. These days are always the strange ones. I feel like we put so much pressure on ourselves to enjoy and to create the most perfect festive time. We try to be productive, prepared and happy most of all, but can't help it but get overwhelmed so easily with crowds and millions of tasks on the list. Whenever I can, be it early in the morning before the sunrise or late in the moonlit night, I give myself as much time as I need to spend alone, wandering the frosty paths and marveling at the sleepy landscapes. I am an incurable introvert after all, and during this season of giving, the season when everyone else but myself is on my mind, I have to remind myself to give me a little moment. White frost disappeared too fast, giving way to eerie fog, then melting away with the pouring rain. That's the many faces of December here in the English countryside. And this weather, I would say it's not for the faint-hearted. Perhaps for that reason, I can understand the early Christmas preparations. It's this desire to create a cozy atmosphere at home, where I spend most of my time on a cold winter day, that drives me to start celebrations early. This is the season when I give myself more time to enjoy some of my hobbies. I try to make most of my decorations by hand, from foraged or household items. I only buy decorations which seem special to me, the ones which will last over the coming years. As someone who loves old things and collects antiques, I can't help it but imagine unwrapping each of these ornaments in a few decades, each of them holding a fond memory. But on top of that, we spent so much during December, so I would take any opportunity to do things which are free. I am trying to love this season more. I often found winter the toughest one, when the grey skies seem to hang too low above my head and chilled northern winds penetrate to the very bone. I read books that keep me cozy in winter, watch movies that keep my heart warm. I cook cozy meals or go out to country pubs for a hearty meal on a Sunday. I visited this lovely pub in a tiny English village. It reminded me so much of The Holiday. I'm sure you know this iconic Christmas film. A quintessentially English pub is perhaps one of my favorite places in winter. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I just want to remind you to slow down sometimes. I know there is still so much to do before the year's end, but you will feel better and do much more if you give yourself permission to rest for a bit. Stay warm, and I will see you next time.